What's up? Fall or lean into your archetype. What does this mean? This will make you very attractive, right? This is the quality I'm talking about. The quality of leaning and falling into your archetype. Let me explain. You see an Asian guy with glasses on, white Asian guy, right? Asian eyes, kind of long fuzzy hair, right? He looks like a nerd. Naturally, he should fall into that archetype. Why? Because people will listen to him more. You see a super like 6 foot tall, jacked guy, right? To become a gym guy, bro, or become like a like a model or something like that, right? Fall into your archetype. One of those guys should not try to become a nerd. Should not try to solve math problems on YouTube or anywhere he goes. Why? Because he's going outside his archetype. People don't like to see that. Whatever I'm saying, it might be, people will say, oh, well, that's so limiting. That's a limiting belief. But, bro, I'm past all those, limiting beliefs, right? I found ways to make people like you more, right? And personally, I like being liked by people. You might call me a people pleaser, but yeah, I like being around happy people, right? I like bring happiness to my people. And there are ways, right? And my understanding is that if you can fall into these archetypes and be happy, why not? Because I can do that, and if I can do that, I'm pretty sure you can do that too. So what is my archetype? So it's different everywhere, right? So my archetype in college is of this Indian actor named Hrithik Roshan. He's like this demigod, bro, like legit demigod, right? How did I fall into this archetype first, right? Because I don't look like a demigod. My voice, his voice is a little similar to mine, right? To me, it's a little similar. To people outside, it's very similar. Like, the way I speak, even when I speak Hindi, उनको मेरी आवाज़ बहुत से मिलती जुलती लगती है, right? And what I did was I fell into that archetype. I started getting called so the oh my god, this name started when I was giving an audition for like a play, right? And I was in front of an auditorium. I was performing on a stage. The seniors were like, okay, do whatever you want, like give us your talent. And I did this scene from this film called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. It's a Hindi scene, right? Hindi film. And I got the name Baby Hrithik. Baby Hrithik, right? Like Baby Hrithik. And from then on, I've just been falling into that category. Like, a few days ago, I did this the multilingual-esque show. It was like a college show, right? Basically a talent show. And I did that scene again, but it was like a little more polished. I was actually wearing what he wore. I was actually in the character. And I was promoting that character, right? Because it's a good character. Hrithik Roshan, I can pull it off. I can pull it off with ease. Like, I don't need to, do anything to pull it off. Like, they were like, oh, like, now you're not like Baby Hrithik. Oh, he's like, bro, he's just Baby Hrithik, bro. That's how he is. And if you can fall into a category like that, if you can effortlessly fall into that category, if you don't even need to fall into that category, right? That's your category, bro. You are Baby Hrithik. I am Baby Hrithik. So, that's the beauty of category falling, right? How do you find your niche? How do you find your category? How do you find your stereotype? Look at yourself. Are you jacked? Yes. Go for a more masculine stereotype, more masculine category if you're jacked, right? If you're lean, go for a little more, playful stereotype. Stuff like that, bro. Like, I have a friend, right? In class, right? He's, this fair guy, slightly taller than I am. He's a good lean build, right? And he's an MMA guy, right? And he likes aviation. He's probably watching and he probably knows if I'm talking about, right? He likes aviation, he loves MMA, right? He wears glasses, he looks like an AV geek, right? So it would be very suitable for him to fall into the aviation category as an MMA guy because that's special, right? You should stick into your stereotype, right? Lean into your stereotype and then add things over that. What would be not suitable for him is to maybe to lean into the MMA guy and then be an AV geek. Why? Because there's hundreds of MMA guys, right? But are there hundreds of AV geeks who are MMA guys? No. If the base of your personality is something borderline, right? And you have sprinkles all over it, that'll be better, right? That's why for a guy like him, be a Navy geek first, right? Then be an MMA guy, because oh, you're an MMA guy, that becomes your entire personality, right? That will become your entire personality. Everything else will be sidelined. However, if you're an AV geek, like, oh, you're an AV geek, what else? Oh, I do MMA. Oh, you do MMA and you're an AV geek. Damn, bro, that's like polar opposites. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to create your own personality up like that. So do that, right? What else? Dress well, dress according to your stereotype. If you're a gym guy, wear those tank tops, wear those, like close shutting tees, wear those close shutting tees, wear the tight clothes, right? If you're an AV geek, I honestly don't know what an AV geek would wear, so I don't know. But an AV geek probably does, so you probably know if you're an AV geek, right? If you're an anime guy, right? Anime is like really despised in this category, but I believe that if it's not like to a very bad level, and if it's a based anime like Dragon Ball, it's perfectly fine to lean into something like that, but not a lot, right? Like, don't wear anime clothes, right? Don't wear don't wear like costumes. Maybe wear a t-shirt which has Goku on it, maybe wear a pendant which has like a Dragon Ball on it, it should be slight. It shouldn't be your entire personality. Unless you're going to like a convention, then you should, of course, but build your personality up, brother. I am that happy-go-lucky guy, and recently I've been falling out of that, so I'm trying to get back into that category, and I think I'm doing that pretty well. Because yay, of course I'm gonna be that happy-go-lucky guy. So stay happy, stay smiling. This is how you build up your character and appear attractive.